I am Adam, Prince of Eternia and defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull. This is Cringer, my fearless friend. Fabulous secret powers were revealed to me the day I held off my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull!" I seriously wish that really happened. Alright, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series. Episode 46. Last week I said that I was going to another planet. Well, the planet is Eternia. Yes, my man, I'm telling you right now, I'm doing a review on Masters of the Universe. Yeah, I tell you, the old Canon Group did it once again. 1987. They, the Canon Group, right? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Oh man, I wish they'd come back. But yeah, they did it again, man. 1987. They took a toy line that turned into a successful cartoon series and made it into a live action film starring Dolph Lundgren, coming hot off the heels of Rocky IV. He does this movie playing He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Yes, sir. I tell you though. Yeah, he come hot off the heels of Rocky IV doing this movie playing He-Man, and we got Frank Langella playing Skeletor. And I tell you, man, and everybody know this, but yeah, Frank Langella, you can tell he had lots of fun doing this movie. You could just tell he just loved playing this character. And yeah, man, I tell you, I don't blame him. I mean, shit, you're gonna play a character like Skeletor, you definitely going to just really cut loose on it, let everything out, man. I tell you, yeah, he did it, man. He did it. It was just a hell of a performance for real. I mean, this guy, man, oh man, whew. Awesome. This movie, childhood memories all coming back, watching the movie, and, as always, I watch these movies before I do my reviews. So yeah, man, I tell you, watching Masters of the Universe again in its entirety, it's just 100%, just awesome feeling, just coming right back, man. That nostalgic feeling, man. I tell you, it's just, boy, man, oh man. But yeah, that little opening I did, that was from the cartoon, and yeah, there was no Cringer. He did not turn into Battle Cat, Adam, Prince of Eternia, we did not see him. We saw He-Man. Okay, this movie, it pretty much, it's like if you had a comic book, and that was like the prequel to the movie, then the way the book would go, you got to watch the movie to get the completion of the story. Because the way this movie started out, Skeletor has already taken siege of Castle Grayskull. I mean, yeah, charging, not charging, but marching through the throne room. You hearing that staff, every time he walked, that huge thump every time he walked. It just boom, boom. I mean, you can tell this guy, he means business. And yeah, like I said, Frank Langella, he just cut loose in this role. I mean, yeah, he took charge. He showed you that he had authority, and he threw that authority all around that entire each scene that he was in it. I tell you, yeah, Skeletor taking charge. He taken over Castle Grayskull, got the sorceress held prisoner. You know, taking her power, into his own. And each passing day, she just grows weak and she's withering. Getting very old. So yeah, so he has to go and save the sorceress. But in the process of doing that, he runs into this new character. Now, don't forget, this is a toy line. This is a toy line before it ever became a cartoon, before it ever became a live action movie. It started out as a toy line, which means more and more characters were coming in, just so the line can stay, just so the line can keep running. So you got more and more characters coming in, You're going to see more Masters of the Universe characters up on the shelves of your local toy store back in the day. I don't know how it is now. I mean, Oh, anyway, yep. So yeah, this was a toy line. Okay. So yep. Uh, so before he went to look for the sorceress, before he went to save the sorceress, he ran into a new character that we had never seen before in the cartoon. Now, keep in mind that we are little kids at this time. The only thing we knew about He-Man was the toy line and the cartoon. So, what we saw in the cartoon, that's what we knew. So, who the hell is Grildor? That's where the toy line come in, because that's what came out after this movie. The Grildor action figure. I should know. I had it. So yeah, man. This character named Grildor, he's an inventor. So that's his job. That's what he does. He's an inventor, and he made this. He made two of these things. One was a prototype, and one was the finished product, as you would say. He made two of these things, and it's very, very important to the story in this movie. Yeah, he called it the Cosmic Key. Yeah, so he's basically a big musical instrument. You push a few keys on this thing, and it will give out some really great sounds. I mean, he got a really great guitar riff going on, but he's like one note, I mean, if you hit a few other notes on this thing, you get to get a nice little guitar riff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. So it's basically every single musical instrument mixed with the synthesizers of the 1980s. So, yeah, it's a hell of an invention, I tell you that. Yeah, and not only that, but once you push that little red button, once you hit the codes in it and push that little red button, then this thing opens up and it will open a portal to another world. So, this thing took these guys from Eternia and it transported them to Earth. So, yeah, the city of Los Angeles was never the same after this. It's one of those fish out of water stories, kind of, sort of, whatnot. So, now that they went from Eternia to uh, Earth using the cosmic key because push those notes, hit that button, and it opens up, and then it opens up in the portal, and it gets this very cool sound, this real cool music going on. Ding, da, da, da. It's real cool. I liked it. I actually liked it. It's a real good concept. You get it's like Back to the Future on acid. Instead of going through time, you went through a whole other dimension, a whole other world. Yeah, it's a great little invention. Yeah, great job, Gildor. I mean, they couldn't use Oracle, so they're gonna get Gildor instead. So, yeah, you can buy that. You can buy that Gildor action figure. You can have him meet the Oracle action figure. I think we did that a long time ago. But yeah, like I said, it was a toy line before it became a cartoon, before it became a movie. So yeah, Masters of the Universe. This movie, yeah, it was it was described as Star Wars of the 80s because at this point Star Wars was over with. Return of the Jedi was in 83, and after that we did not get no more Star Wars. Not at all. I mean, Star Wars was done. So we thought. 1999, prequel. So yeah, with all of that being said, yeah, this movie though, Masters of the Universe, it's just real good, real cool picture for that time frame. But as I sit here and talk about it though, watching it is real cool. Nostalgia, it's all of that. But once you really get the sense of it, it's not really a real good picture. I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, it's not really a real good picture, and me doing this review, these are movies that I like. Every single review that I've done, they're based on movies that I've liked and still like. With the exception of Batman and Robin, but that's another story altogether. Check out that review if you haven't already, right here. But yeah, Masters in the Universe is one of those movies that I do like. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm doing this review, because I do like this movie. So, seeing that He-Man and Skeletor, their rivalry, is just boils over to a whole other level, because Skeletor, he had this master plan to take over Castle Grayskull, which he has successfully done. But He-Man, he's still, pretty much a freedom fighter. He's not going to give up. He's going to save the planet of Eternia, even though he had to stop Skeletor and his forces from wrecking Earth. So, You know, that's why I say it's a fish out of water story because you got these powerful individuals and they're not in what they usually will be in. They are here now in on Earth. You know, continuing their war here on Earth. But I tell you though, yeah, you got Lundgren, you got Franklin Jella, and then you got Meg Foster, who plays Evil Lynn. And man, I tell you, does she live up to her name? Evil. Yes, indeed. I mean, tricking Julie, played by a very young Courtney Cox. You know Courtney Cox, right? From a little TV show called Friends. She also did this horror series, horror franchise called Scream. So yeah, her Courtney Cox. Yeah, she's in this movie too. Yeah, very very pretty in this movie. Yeah, I mean she's always been pretty. I mean, hey, you should see her now. I mean, she's like 50 something years old and she's still slamming. I mean, woo! So yeah, yeah, very pretty Courtney Cox. She plays a girl named Julie. But anyway, yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, she lived up to her name as being evil, and by tricking Julie into thinking that she's her mother, her dead mother. Her dead mother come back to life, and she asking about the key. So you know, and Julie, yeah, she's guess you could say that she's a bit gullible too, because she really fell for it. And she went to go and get the key. She brought it back to Evil Lynn, you know, and not knowing that it is Evil Lynn, not yet anyway. She grabs her for a hug, saying, "Thank you, my darling." Next thing you know, yeah, we see Evil Lynn in her true form, and she pulls back. Julie pulls back from her, and she just goes hysterically, hysterically screaming. So, oh man, I tell you, man, I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, oh, that bitch. She really lives up to the name of evil. Oh man, the way she just did it though, I mean, you gonna trick this poor girl who is already mentally distraught over, because her parents has been dead for a year, so you can completely convince this girl that her mom has come back. Give her a nice little excuse on how she did come back, and then you just, oh my god, you pose as her, then you reveal yourself, your true self. Boy, I tell you that just really gets to you. Ooh, yes, Evil Lynn, yes, you are evil. Oh my god. Just awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to be pulling moments out of this movie because this movie is fueled with great moments. I mean, Gordo, he got this reader. He's saying, "Yeah, the key. Someone's building a door, a very big door." Building, yeah, somebody's opened the door, a very big door. Yeah, so the huge portal opens up, and out comes marching out comes Skeletor's forces. The ground forces holding their weapons. The ground forces marching out, and then you got the Sky Riders they're flying out, and then you got the big man himself sitting on his hover throne. Now, don't forget, this used to be a toy line, so it's for the toy line. It started out as a toy line, so Skeletor coming out on his hover throne. You got this huge hover throne, and yeah, it's a hell of action figures and accessory. It's a hell of an accessory to have in your huge Masters of the Universe collection. I tell you that. If anybody can find that, let me know. So yeah, you got Skeletor coming out on this huge hover throne, and the way that this whole scene is played out, it is 100% epic. I mean, you got the door opening, did all these lights, these neon lights, and then you see the ground forces marching out. 100% well done formation. The Skyriders coming out, these huge discs they're flying on. That's why I call them Skyriders, because they got these these huge discs that they are standing on, that they're flying out to. And then you got Skeletor, the big man himself, on his hover throne. I mean, but yeah, the way the whole thing just played out, and then you had the music. And let me just point out that the music, the musical score of this movie, all done by Bill Conti. Now, if you don't know who Bill Conti is, do you even watch movies? I mean, yeah, Bill Conti, this guy, he's known for doing the music for such films as The Karate Kid and Rocky. As a matter of fact, he wrote the theme song. Yeah, that was all him right there. Yep, check that shit out. Again, if you haven't before, but yeah, I'll be talking about those in the future, some point next year. But yep, all of this, Bill Conti's score, and it's just 100% epic. I mean, it just live up to full epicness. So awesome. So awesome. I'll say, yeah, the movie may not be as good. It doesn't live up to the self hype that one would build for it. But I tell you though, the moments of this movie, yeah, it is 100% great moments. I mean, you really couldn't ask for anything more than that. So yeah, you got like moments like Evil Lynn's cruel, evil reveal, and then you have Skeletor's forces all coming out, Skeletor himself, and then you have the point where he is taken captive. Being whipped into pretty much trying to literally whipping him into a submission, because Skeletor, he wants He-Man to be broken. He did not want to kill him. He want him broken. He want him to kneel before Skeletor. He want him to bend the knee, basically. Yeah, Game of Thrones reference, if you have not seen this past season. Yeah, I tell you, yeah, he wants He-Man to bend the knee. I'll never kneel to you. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. I would deal great harm upon you. So yeah, I tell you, this movie, yeah, great moments. That's all. That's all I can really give you. It's just great moments. Yes, this new character that we had never seen before, because it started out as a toy line. So yeah, it came out as a toy line too. After this movie came out, Michael Gwildor, you had this character named Blade. Not the Blade from Marvel Comics, not the Wesley Snipes Blade, which I'll be talking about in the future too. Wait for next month in October. But yet, this character named Blade. Yeah, he has this huge electrical whip, this hot whip. You know. I mean, yeah, E-Man, he's chained and he's taking these whip shots. It's not a very good looking image, you see a black man taking whip shots like that. Nah, it's not a very good image at all. But anyway, yeah, you see He-Man taking those shots, yeah, you know. It's one of those things, in a movie that you get to see the hero get gets punished, but you got to see the hero bounce back too, and that's exactly what happened in this movie, of course. But once Skeletor he gets the power of when the Great Eye opens, he gets all the power of the galaxy, all taken all through him, all inside of him. Yeah, the universe consumes me. I feel it running through me. The unstoppable power. Kneel before your master. No, you are no longer my equal. I am more than life, more than man. I am a god. Yeah, he just brightens up into huge golden energy, and he just turns into this. Don't forget, this was a action figure line, so he turned into this huge gold encrusted being. He's not Skeletor anymore. He's Skeletor, the god. He got this huge helmet, mask, horns coming out. That's the craziness. Yeah, all decked out in gold and everything like that. Now, you will kneel. So yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, this movie though, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Yeah, once the rest of the Eternians, Man at Arms and his daughter Tila, once they arrive on in Castle Grayskull, they took part of the wall with them. The wall that they were on Earth at. They took part of that area with them into Castle Grayskull, and you get into this huge gunfight. They're firing their blasters and everything like that. They're taking on Skeletor's forces. Yeah, he frees himself and he's fighting off these guys. Next thing you know, he goes for the sword of Grayskull, which was presented to Skeletor because He-Man is not held captive. It was presented to Skeletor. The sword of Grayskull, mine now and forever. Yeah, so He-Man he goes for that sword. Yeah, but nah, Skeletor, he's not gonna have him do it easily. Yeah, he's firing his newfound energy. He-Man takes it. He trying to go for the sword again, pulls back from it because Skeletor's power is too great. But he goes for the sword again, and then he's taking in all that energy. Yeah, he rips the sword out of the thing that he was trapped in. And he just rips that sucker out. I have the power. A lot of light going on. This just Yeah, now he's supercharged again. So yeah, I tell you though, this movie though, man, great moments, great moments. Yeah, so they stand there, they have their standoff. Yeah, you will no longer go between me and my destiny, but I will. I told you it was always between us. So yeah, once they clash weapons one more time, yeah, let this be our final battle. Yeah, clash weapons one more time. A huge, big ball of light, no, lights out the joint, and then they get into this huge battle, this huge epic battle with He-Man and Skeletor. He-Man and God Skeletor. You know, all the tropes from the cartoon is in this movie too. I mean, once Skeletor gets his staff broken, that's when you see that he is 100% defeated. Yeah, because He-Man, he slammed his sword into Skeletor's staff. It breaks, and Skeletor loses his godlike power. Automatically. No, Skeletor, it's over. Yes, for you. Yeah, he disarms He-Man. The sword is about to go over. But He-Man, he slides over. He grabs the sword. Skeletor and goes for him again. But He-Man, yeah, he blocks it, gives it a good shot, and then hits him again. Knocks Skeletor off the ledge, I guess you could say. Yeah, he knocks him off the platform, and he goes down and down into wherever it is that's down there, into water. But yeah, Skeletor is defeated though. Yeah. So yeah, I tell you though. And they get their power back, the electricity back, the entire castle. The whole thing is over with. Hey man, victory! Awesome. Victory! Awesome. Awesome. See, lots of great moments from this movie though. Lots of great moments. You know, even though this movie does not hold up, it's still a real good movie to watch. A real good nostalgic feel to watch for. I tell you, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Masters of the Universe. If you lived through the '80s, you will love this movie. You will like this movie. you know, it's real good stuff. If you have not seen this movie, then yeah, go ahead and check this shit out, man. You know, if you're a Star subscriber, check this shit out, man. If if you can find it on YouTube, check this shit out. You know, very good stuff, man. Real good stuff. So yeah, yeah. Like I said though, no, this movie this does not hold up. But I give this a real good rating of a 3 out of 5. So yeah, yeah, that's my review, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, man, next week, you know, as as Skeletor pops his head back up at the end credit scene. Yes, there was end credit scene before the Marvel movies took over and made him famous. Yeah, Skeletor pops his head up at the end of the movie, the end credit scene, and it says, "I'll be back." Nice little freeze frame at the end because it's the '80s. So yeah, yeah. So next week we're gonna talk about Masters of the Universe again, sort of. It was supposed to be a sequel to this movie, unfortunately, it did not plan out. So we're going to talk about it again, sort of. In some way, Jean-Claude Van Damme is linked to this. So next week, we're going to go into that. So yeah, check out my other shit right here and subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, good journey.